Yo, we live. You now listening to Volume 34 of the Bucket Up Podcast. You're here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka Ty Lante, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka your mom called me when she needs something fixed. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB. What's good?
Living good, man. Episode 3, 4. I like how it, chronologically goes 3, then 4. But yeah,
oh shit, you
that's
going in
crazy.
order?
Yeah, but it's crazy, man. But yeah, we're here, man. Episode 34. Your man, the kid JB, could have been right last week, Mister. I told you so. Just because I'm not always right, bro. But when I'm right, I told you so.
Told you so.
Living good though, man. I'm very well rested. I will say. Fucking didn't do much this weekend, man. Slept, and that is about it. What?
That sounds like a fire ass weekend, if I'm being honest.
Dude, my spirit animal was a sloth or any animal that just fucking it doesn't move fast. But yeah, man, we're here. How was
fire?
How was your neck of the woods, bro? How was your weekend?
My weekend was cool. What did I do? Friday, I didn't do shit. I did not even participate in the 420 shenanigans because I don't know, I don't smoke like that. So
oh yeah, it was 420.
I
was too high.
I was saying to somebody, like, I don't know why stoners get so like excited for 420. Like, bro, if you smoke every day, like, what's the big deal, you know?
I will say for most stoners, or I'm not really addicted, more committed, as we like to call it. It's funny because it is glamorized and kind of like commercialized to be like, oh, 420 stoner, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do something like you said every day, I'm not really, there's a national gym day, and I'm not over here like, yo, I gotta lift weights that day.
Right. Like if we all gave each other fucking presents and sang Feliz Navidad every goddamn day, what would Christmas be, you know? Like, fam, that would be nothing.
It's funny because people are like, what are you doing today, bro? I'm like, the same thing I've been doing. I mean, I don't know, watch The Office 10 times over.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. I guess and especially if you're smoking all the time, it's not like, I guess like for 420 you can just buy more weed, but it's like if you smoke all the time, you know, if you smoked the day before, you probably like, I don't really got that much weed left. So
I will say, like, it's I guess an ongoing joke for coworkers and people at work to like be like, oh, who took the day off? Are they just staying home getting high? Because like usually people on Fridays work from home at my company anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But 420 happened to land on a Friday, so mad people were like, "Oh, were people taking the day off to smoke?" I'm like, "Nah, it's just a Friday, bro." Like,
right. That's fucking crazy, man. It's like it's just people just wanted like a long weekend. Like that's the thing too. Like you can just smoke after work. You don't really need to be taken off.
I don't even know why it became weed day, and I don't. Yeah, do you know me?
Is there no origin story on that shit?
Nah, I mean, fuck it. I don't, and then people get crazy with like conspiracy theories, like, whoa, it's Hitler's birthday.
What?
So stoners love Hitler. I'm like, I bet.
I think that's it, bro.
Yeah, like we're putting one up in the air for Hitler, yo. This is for Adolf.
Like, fam, what?
Nah, but whatever, man. Yeah, nah. 420. I forgot that Friday was even it. Yeah, it was just another day for me. Just chilled, watched. I watched. Shouts to Chappelle, man. I was watching old clips of the Chappelle show, and you should go back and watch I Know Black People, because holy shit, that show was so funny, and none of the shit would have been able to been cooked.
I think they would. I think he could have. Like
probably him. Yeah.
Could you imagine if like the Chappelle show was on like HBO right now or some shit? Like I think he could have got away with it because a lot of the shit that he was doing, it was more like I feel like black people get a leeway to comment on some of the shit he was talking about. So like I don't think he had a lot of stuff that's problematic, but I don't know. I do be watching stuff like now and like that are old movies, and I'm like, yo, nowadays that shit would be problematic as shit. But
yeah, I mean, speaking of The Office, I was watching like bloopers of like a couple years ago where they were saying like words like whore and shit like that, and it's like obviously they had to take it out because that shit wouldn't cook nowadays.
Right. It's like a weird thing because I feel like more shit is acceptable now than before, and like, but at the same time, it's like different things aren't accepted. You know what I mean? Which is not a bad thing at all. But like I think like the general sense of like nudity on TV, I feel like people like a lot of television shows don't give a shit about like showing nudity on TV, but it's just like certain words that they used to say in like the 90s and the 80s, they just don't say that shit anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can watch any show on fucking Let It Be Stars or HBO, or even Power, bro. There's a sex scene every 20 minutes on Power.
I'm convinced Instagram is softcore porn, my guy.
Right? Like, fam. So that's something that's like not even nobody really cares about anymore. But like it's just like, some of the shit, like how people used to say the F word a lot and shit, or like saying things are gay or whatever. Like now that shit's kind of, can't really do that shit no more.
Oh yeah, they chopped that off quick. The reference to gay.
Right.
I actually digress in that a lot. But anyway, speaking of digress, we digress. Was there any movies you saw this weekend, dog?
I didn't see any movie this weekend, but I did see A Quiet Place. Like I think we went and saw it on Tuesday or Wednesday. It was Tuesday. Yeah, Quiet Place. Your boy Jim from The Office wrote a motherfucking movie, and it had like eight words of dialogue, which makes sense because it's A Quiet Place. But it's a really good movie. Definitely recommend it. We were thinking it might be scary, but it's not like a scary movie. It's like more like a suspense type shit. A lot of jumpy moments, but no, I think it's a really good job, really good movie. Jim did a really good job writing it. It all made sense. I mean, John Krasinski is his actual name.
It's Jim. If I see that whole movie the whole time,
everybody knows it's Jim. Like
be like, when's Dwight coming?
Right? Like Pam is in a new show on like ABC, and like I'll be watching it, and I'm like, I'll just call her Pam. I don't even know what the fuck her name on the show is.
Jenna Fisher.
Yeah, Jenna Fisher. Like I don't know her actual name on the show, the new show that I watch like every episode.
It's probably Pam.
It might be Pam. They might as well have done it.
Yeah. Is she? I'm like, yo, is she a receptionist?
Nah, she's just like a mom. That's the.
Well, that applies.
But yeah, nah. But no, it's a great movie. I give it, 4.5 bucket hats.
I bet. Well, like I was saying, I can't be in a real scenario like The Quiet Place because I'd be the first one dead, dog.
Oh, because you loud as fuck.
And I aimlessly talk like randomly.
Right? It'd be like, yo, we gotta be quiet. You like, yo, wow, how long we gotta be quiet for? I'd be like, it's like, yo, the whole time. What you mean the whole time?
I'm like, yo, Ty, you said it's a quiet place. Is there like somewhere that's like the loud place I could go to? You're like, I don't know, man. We're trying to just fucking live. And then you would die trying to shut me up.
Right? But it's like the whole premise is like these things hunt the people because like through sound, like the things can't see, but they got really good hearing, so they can hear you. So like you literally can't talk or make any noises because if they hear noise, they come for your ass.
I couldn't watch the Yankees then.
No, I don't think the Yankees couldn't play because they'd be dead.
Oh, see, that's me thinking there's like another place that exists.
Nah, bro, it's like literally the whole world.
What's the point then? Fuck it.
What do you mean the point? You're like, yo, if I can't make noise, then fuck this. Like, what about deaf people? Deaf people don't talk.
They can make noise though.
That's true, but they don't hear themselves making the noise, so they don't really. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't hear the noise, does the noise even really matter?
You could feel it if you slap something. You could, and then
the vibrations and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Shouts to deaf people.
Yeah, although like I do like
they won't hear it, but.
No, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
The thing that I kind of wonder because I've seen it. Like I don't know if you ever saw the clip of the Waka Flocka concert, and like the girl is doing sign language, and Waka Flocka thinks that she's like dancing.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you gotta watch the clip. She's obviously she's translating like for deaf people in the crowd, and Waka Flocka sees her and thinks she's dancing. So he's like, "Yo," and he like goes down to her and he's like dancing next to her. And she's like still trying to sign and dance. And I'm just like, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, do deaf people really be going to concerts just to like see the person aggressively sign the thing? Like, is that the same feeling as listening to music?
Yeah, this is
like,
why
I still feel the vibrations of the music, and then that the sign like kind of gives them the context to it. Because I just want to know, like, that's if so, that sounds cool. Like, I would kind of want to know what it would be like to experience that, but at the same time, not.
This is
because
why we
I
need
don't want to
video.
be deaf, but like, yo, more power to them though.
We need an example right now just to point to it and be like, yo, what's going on over here? So hey, sponsors out there, fucking, we need video production. So maybe that's the next step too, if you're listening.
Yeah, I encourage anybody to watch that clip because it's hilarious.
Well, speaking of rap, dude, for my TV review, I think this
Oh
counts.
yeah,
I think this counts as TV. My version of TV is like a Netflix series.
yeah, that's TV.
All right,
In
bet.
2018,
Bet.
year of our Lord or whatever.
I've been watching the evolution of hip hop on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Didn't you watch Rapture the other week? You on a rap documentary kick?
Yeah, man, I'm just into hip hop. You know me. I was kind of I've been jumping on and off with Rapture, but I noticed that Rapture is like with some of the newer artists telling their stories.
Except for Nas, I guess, and T.I.
And T.I., yeah, they slid them in there. But nah, on evolution of hip hop, it was talking about like the straight like hard disconnect from like the 80s, like you were talking about, like I put the music in my bag, everyone can jam, and now to brag, you know.
Yeah, brakes on the plane, brakes on the train.
Yeah, it went from that to like gangster rap hard, and that was like the introduction of NWA and shit like that. And they were saying like they were the first like group that was like an algorithm or like initials since Run DMC type shit.
Right.
And it was just cool because it was cool to see how like that bled into media, and that's what media used as like a target of like, see, they're the reason like there's violence in the world, like as if violence didn't exist before rap came around, you know?
Right.
And that's what they're explaining. Like, you think like gangs and fucking school shootings and domestic violence and foreign violence, he's like, all that shit happened before, like right after we started rapping. He's like, we started rapping in the 80s. Like, this shit has been happening for hundreds of years, you know?
Right.
You guys are gonna blame us for it?
The thing that's crazy is like people were doing all that stuff before, like, because obviously, like, if people don't know, like, black people pretty much invented like all the music that people listen to, like rock and blues and jazz and shit. Like, people were talking about all that shit in that music too, and then it's just white people stole it and started talking about other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure there's some music that black people didn't start.
I'm guessing country.
Yeah.
But country probably has its roots in rock, so probably not.
Damn.
Bluegrass or something. The opera shit.
Figaro. Yeah, y'all didn't start yodeling.
Yodeling? I don't know. Bro, you ever heard Trey Songz? You've been yodeling for a minute, fam.
That was funny. But yeah, I don't know. It depends, because like you have some rappers out here that like started out as a rapper, then try to don themselves as the next like Shakespeare or some shit. You said your boy Kanye, or my boy Kanye, is out here wilding.
Oh yeah, your boy? Is your boy now?
I'm in Chicago.
Oh, you're repping Chicago hard, huh?
No, I'm not repping like that. I'm saying I have the chance of running into him, maybe.
I don't know if that's how that. Okay. Well,
he's not my boy. I think.
So I don't know.
He's all right.
So Kanye, before maybe like last week, I want to say, or I guess this week, he basically had not been on Twitter at all since like the last time we heard from him on Twitter. He was fucking standing for Trump, and everybody was getting pissed. And we were like, "What the fuck are you doing, Kanye?" And he was kind of saying that like all he did was meet with him. He wasn't really out here. And then he said, "Fuck him." So we were thinking that he was cool, but he started tweeting again. And like I'm like, all right, Kanye's tweeting. There's no reason he's not. There's no way he's not tweeting for a reason. He's saying all this shit, trying to be like profound or whatever. And I'm like, all right, so he's probably gonna announce that he got an album coming out at some point, because I had heard he was working on the album. There's a bunch of pictures of him in like Montana, some shit. And like he had like the Migos drop by, and he had like Cudi drop by, and like all these people, all these different artists. I think Travis Scott and some other people like drop by in Montana. And I'm like, you're not flying niggas to Montana for nothing. So like I know,
and they're not going for nothing.
No, I'm not just like yo, like Kanye just want kicking in Montana. I'm like, he could just, I'll just see him when he come to LA, fam. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't like so
or Chicago.
right. So I knew an album was probably coming. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll tolerate him, tweeting his fake, fake, deep posts on Twitter and people retweeting it and acting like it's super profound. And then he eventually actually said he was going to drop an album. He said his album was 7 songs and he's dropping that on June 1st. And then he said him and Cudi are dropping the album the week after. Pusha T's dropping the album in May. And then he said like Tiana Taylor and some other people. And I'm like, all right, cool. He announced the album. All right, that's probably it. He's going to stop tweeting. And then he starts tweeting all these like designs of his shoes and shit. And he tweeted this fucking sandal that looked like a fucking gummy bear. It looked terrible.
His basketball shoe looked horrible.
Yeah, like he's like one of them. All his shoes look like claymation.
One of them looks like, and just knowing of Kanye, he's gonna sell the shoe like individually.
And then he got like this girl sandal that he showed that was like clear, and it looked like the bottom of like a chair at a fucking frozen yogurt restaurant. I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, he just and then he shows off this like
frozen yogurt. That's a wild reference, but
you ever never notice when you go to a frozen yogurt spot, no matter what frozen yogurt spot, they don't got normal chairs.
It's still early in the day, dog. I might go to one just to see what the fuck.
Yo, bro, go to any frozen yogurt spot.
I bet.
I'll tell you right now.
All the buckets out there listening too. Let's go hit up a frozen yogurt.
Bro, they do not have regular chairs. I don't know why they think they gotta be avant-garde with their chairs and shit. But that should be like shaped like a berry, or it'd be like oval. Like that shit don't even look like it'd be comfortable. Or it'd be like blue or green. It's like, bro, just get a regular ass chair.
Person's like, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm just here to look at your chair. What's up with them? They're like,
he's looking at like that does look like Kanye West shoes. That shit's wild. But yeah, no. So he's dropping all these shoes that are ugly. I'm like, all right, bro. Kanye can kind of chill. And then he's he keeps tweeting or whatever. He's tweeting all this wild shit, saying like the world is our office and shit, and style is genderless, and we're like, all right, Kanye.
Facts.
Which is cool, but he just keeps saying random shit.
I'm down with the world is our office. That's better than the world is our oyster. I'm still
right. Some of them are actually good, but then some of them are wild. And then he gets to the part where he says, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks," and everybody's like, "Who the fuck is Candace Owens?" And so everybody Googles to see who the fuck this is, and come to find out, it's some black girl who is like anti Black Lives Matter, and like is super like she's like talking at this conference, and she's saying like Black people are slaves to victimhood, and like slavery happened like a long time ago, so like why are people like still playing the victim? And everybody's like, oh my fucking god, Kanye, what are you doing? And like so everybody's like dragging him at this point, like, bro, what the fuck? So like he starts tweeting again today, like saying, oh, demonization is metastasized and the psychological zombie effect. Like, what is he talking about? And he said, we have freedom of speech, but not freedom of thought. And then he's saying the thought police want to suppress freedom of thought. And he just like still talking. So he's obviously trying to defend that. And then he says self-victimization is a disease. And we're like, bro, what are you doing?
He's obviously not at church because he's got time to tweet.
Right, bro. And he said there was a time when slavery was a trend, and apparently that time is still upon us, but now it's a mentality. And it's like, bro, what? Fuck, bro, stop tweeting.
He's trying to appeal to the white. He's trying to get them. He's trying to get them sales.
White people don't like him.
He's trying to get them record sales. I think maybe that's a complex of his. Like maybe he's like ultimately trying to appeal to them, like because he's Kanye and he hates not being liked, even though like he passes on this like personification of like he doesn't care when he truly does care. I don't know, man. Trying to unravel the layers of Kanye. I've never met the dude. I can't really speak on it.
I think Kanye just crazy. That's pretty much what it is. I don't know. You know, this is what I think. He thinks outside the box on a lot of things, which is why he makes like these different kinds of beats and shit. And this is like probably like the mind of a creative. So like he's always looking to like thoughts on the outskirts of like what normal people are like supposed to be thinking, which is cool until you go too fucking far. You know what I mean? Like, fam, nobody like nobody's out here playing the victim. Like this shit is like people are oppressed for real. Like and there's many of facts and many of like research to prove these things. It's not like people aren't working hard and trying to work hard. It's like it's just people are pointing out that there's a certain set of like advantages that certain people don't get, and that's pretty easy to see. You know what I mean?
But I mean, like we were talking about, there's people that are on the fence. There's people that make it, and once they make it, they're just like, "Hey, I made it," you know.
Right. But they don't.
The racial barrier didn't stop me, you know.
Right, but they don't realize that that's like a function of it. They make it so that some people can make it out, and then they kind of abandon thinking like, well, I made it, so anybody else can. It's like, bro, you know how many like how arrogant it is to think that like everything that happens to you is because of yourself. You know what I mean?
Right, and not only that, it's funny because he trying to be accepted doesn't understand that he's a pawn of like a tool used by Trump and people like that can
to hold other people down. You know what I mean?
That
so,
and secure
other black people think this
right.
You know what I mean? Like
secure their narrative. What? Like, I like black people. Look at Kanye, and Kanye is successful. So why can't you be successful? It's like, bro.
The thing that's weird though is like I don't even think white people are gonna point to Kanye because white people don't like Kanye. So that's the thing I don't really understand why he's doing it, because it's like nobody's ever gonna be on your side about any of this shit.
Although there was like a big follow, there is a big following DMX from like those crazy like religious like white supremacist people, and that was because he got into like being a minister and all that shit.
Right.
I don't think they banged with him before that shit. Like when he was like yelling where the hood's at. They weren't like, I like DMX.
They were. They would have told him to pay his taxes. So
it's true.
Yeah. This is like, bro. This is the main thing where everybody's like, "Yo, I'll listen to a Kanye album, but like, I don't need Kanye to be my personal mentor. I don't need to like take words of wisdom from him. Like, fam, just give us the fucking album. That's it. That's all I want."
Yeah. I don't know. I see that all the time. It's just the same thing with like white blonde girls working on Fox News, and then like them being like, I don't understand why they say Republicans hate females. I work for this station, and this station, hired me. So how can they hate white females? And it's like,
bro, you don't realize they're using you
as a pawn.
To be like, hey, like we don't actually hate women, but it's like also your station is under several investigations for fucking harassing women, though. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
It's like a mascot. It's like you're a mascot for their what's argument.
Name? What was her name? Was it Katie something? Katie, the chick who was on Fox News and then she left, and now she's like hosting a morning show that I think was flopping for a little bit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but
Megyn Kelly. There we go.
Megyn Kelly, yeah. Yeah, that's when Trump was like, she must be bleeding out of her wherever. It's like,
it's wild because that's the thing that I'm like, bro, she was doing all this pandering basically, and like rolling with that, like, oh, saying all the racist shit you got to say when you're on Fox News, and she's saying all this stuff, and then
allegedly,
right? But then you know what I mean, and then all the fucking none of it worked out in her benefit because she still had Trump coming at her neck. She still, and then she was getting harassed and shit. And it's like, I don't understand why people put themselves through that shit.
It's a paycheck.
I guess.
Cash rules everything around.
Now, granted, it's not her fault that she got harassed or anything like that. Like, they're still just terrible people. Like, that's a side point. But I'm just saying, like, she was pandering just to get blasted by the fucking president any goddamn way. So, like, I just don't get why people do that in general.
So that's what I'm saying.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like Kanye's saying this, and I in some ways I get what he's trying to say. Like you shouldn't let what's happening to you set you back from goals that you like, because you still got to live your life, which is like fine, but like the way you're like saying like it like that is dangerous. You know what I mean?
There's an extreme balance between that. Like a black male today could apply to a job, right? If he doesn't get the job, he can't be like, yo, slavery, yo,
Right. And nobody would say that, but it's like those issues that overall you can't really deny them.
Exactly. You can't deny history because then it's bound to repeat itself. And when people say shit like, yo, you weren't affected by slavery, or you weren't affected by the Holocaust, it's like, bruh, I'm connected to the people that were.
Right.
So like if I if shit like I don't know.
Everything has ripple effects, bro. Like even just the slavery has ripple effects. Like there was a whole generation of black people, even when they were like freed, when they weren't letting them get jobs or vote. Like you're not able to vote, mean you're not be able to put in people like in place that can like further policies that help out your people. And two, if like everybody's free but nobody has money, you're already at a disadvantage because like there's been generations and generations of white families that were able to amass money and like had buy houses, and that houses turn into equity that like black people couldn't get. You know what I mean? And that type of shit like has a ripple effect through history. But like people don't look at it like that. Like it's been like how many years? It's like, bro, they weren't even letting black people buy houses like that. Like they were legit like barn. They still do that, by the way. But they they weren't letting people buy houses till like the 60s and shit like that. Like you don't think that has an effect on whether or not people can like amass wealth, when most of the time people's wealth is from being able to sell their fucking house. You know what I mean? Like people don't think about small shit like that.
No, they think of the now of just like, yo, like there's no slavery now, so obviously it's not affected. But yeah, nah, they don't. Right. Come on, son. Yeah, it's the easiest shit. Like that's the easiest thing to go to is like, oh, we're all created equal. It's like, nah.
It's like
maybe created equal, not definitely not handled
like,
equal.
yo, if you just gotta work hard, and I said that too. Like I know a lot of broke people working hard as fuck.
Yeah,
afloat, bro. It ain't just about working hard.
Not at all, son.
Never has been. But yeah, just somebody tell. Like it's weird. We gotta look to Kim Kardashian to like who's like apparently more woke than Kanye to come get him. That's wild.
Yeah, it's like, can you just chill? Like, can they set a tweet limit? Like, Kanye, you've reached 10 tweets of the day.
Right? Like, bro, just relax. Hopefully he stops soon, so I can forget about it by the time this album come out. Because I'm still gonna listen.
Yeah, I'll just mute him on Twitter. Nah, of course. I've been waiting on a Cudi album for a while anyway. So.
Cudi just dropped the album. No, not really, but like a year and a half ago, or something like that.
That's a long time.
It was okay. He had an Andre 3000 on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I want to hear him and Kanye coming back together. So yeah, just stop so I can forget.
Why, Sway?
You ain't got the answers, Sway.
It ain't
got the answers.
It's not a hold up. You're not the homie, Sway. But yeah, speaking of Fox News, man, one thing they always do defend though is the fucking Second Amendment, and it's arbitrary. It's arbitrage. And like their narrative of like, what's gonna stop a bad guy with a gun? A good guy with a gun. And shouts to I can't even pronounce the town, but it's in Tennessee somewhere.
That was Nashville.
It was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was. It said
it might have been like how they have the suburbs outside of shit, but it's basically Nashville.
It's Tennessee, so to me it's like a swamp. But shouts to a local Waffle House in Tennessee, which I'm guessing is like a gourmet spot over there. Where his name's what? Scott Shaw Sr. or Jr.
Yeah, I believe so. It's like a junior.
Yeah, let me pull it up right now. I got his name. Anyway, my man stopped an active shooter that unfortunately already hit like 4 people in a Waffle House. He took his opportunity and tackled, and I repeat, tackled. My man's name is James Shaw Jr. So shouts to James Shaw Sr. for making a G. Anyway, my man tackled the gunman, was out of the gun, and disarmed him, took the assault rifle, threw that shit over the Waffle House counter, which have now been renovated, so it was probably clean.
Mm-hmm.
The shit went over the counter. He fucking detained him till the cops came.
Oh, I thought I saw that the guy got away.
What?
He like first of all, apparently other layers to the story. Apparently the guy was just wearing a trench coat and had nothing else on under it, but he had like ammo in the trench coat, so he was naked with a trench coat on and an assault rifle.
His tail.
And he had the ammo just on his naked body.
That's disgusting.
And then, so my man had to tackle a naked dude in a trench coat. Also, white dude in a trench coat, 10 times out of 10, gotta be suspect, fam.
And I was right. The name of the town was Antioch.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it was Nashville, fam.
Antioch, Tennessee, whatever. He says he walked into an Antioch Waffle House, whatever.
I feel like I'd have been more mad if I tackled the dude and you butt ass naked.
Yeah, but he's saving the day. But okay, well then you're right. Your facts are better than mine, but some of them are right. He disarmed the dude, got the gun away. I don't know about the rest, but shit, that just defeats the argument of the best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Because
if I was being a devil's advocate, I could say that if the guy had a gun, when the guy reloaded, he could have just shot him. So, but it does it prove that you don't necessarily need a gun.
Exactly. And my point is that any person that's brought up that argument to me is people that I've hung out with on the regular. And like I've seen them stub their toe. I've seen them trip over their own shadow. You know, I've seen them fuck up in some like really minor scenarios. So the last thing I want them to do is decide, oh shit, Jesse's that hostage. Let me pull out that thing.
That's the thing, though. I feel like if a dude walks up at a Waffle House and just starts spraying, if you have the gun on you, if you're not really ready for it, you're still gonna get caught. So it doesn't really matter at some point.
Exactly, because unfortunately there was two cops.
This is me. A dude walks in like with a trench coat. I'm like, who the fuck's wears a trench coat in Tennessee? This dude's suspect.
Why am I in Tennessee?
He got a fucking assault rifle. Even if I got the gun, I'm getting sprayed up because even if I had a concealed carry, I'd probably just have like a handgun. My man's got a fucking assault rifle. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And then you don't want to carry an assault rifle on because that man, you go to a Waffle House and everyone's got an assault rifle.
First of all, why are you shooting up a Waffle House, bro?
Yeah.
Like, fam, that's like international like peacekeeping. You know, you seen John Wick?
Nah, but I know about it.
So like in John Wick, they got the hotels where like these, because everybody's assassins, like John Wick and an assassin, and like they have a hotel that they stay at, and there's like a known rule that the assassins don't do business at the hotels. Like, you don't care if you got a war with somebody at the hotel, you're not supposed to do anything at the hotel, or like everybody just kills you. Waffle House is like real world version of that hotel. Like even gangs don't be doing shit at the Waffle House because they know that shit is like a peace area. Motherfuckers just in there trying to eat their damn waffles and like $3 fucking biscuit sandwiches. The fuck you shooting up a Waffle House for?
The waitresses are like 98 years old.
Right? The fuck, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't understand why people shoot up anything, but
I know, but that like it's just wild.
You know how you laugh at me for getting into these arguments with strangers on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
That led to an argument I had, not this story, but a previous story led me to an argument with somebody that told me that if the Jews had guns in the Holocaust, we would have won.
Yeah. What?
He said Hitler disarmed the Jews before he gassed them. I was like, I bet. So, you know.
How did he disarm them, though? Like, was it with that big fucking army he had?
Yeah, I think that was it. That us being outnumbered. Yeah.
That's crazy. But if you had a gun, though.
Yeah, we still. And then I've heard the argument of like, bruh, it's for my protection. And not even like the home protection, because people get me wrong 1,000%. They think we live on the extremes. I've said with my chest millions of times, I support owning a gun for your home protection. If someone breaks in, it's on the person breaking in. I've said that a million times, right. But you do not need to bring that shit to Walmart. You do not need to bring it everywhere you go and telling me that, oh, the reason I'm bringing this is it creates a safer environment. No, you're creating and manifesting an environment that calls for your need for that, which makes me be like, I'd rather not go see Star Wars with you. You know, like, so quiet with the whole, yo, it's for my protection. We don't live in fucking World War Z, my guy. Like, I don't need, like, the most protection I need is like sunscreen. All right.
The thing that's funny too, like if like World War Z broke out, y'all just go to a Walmart because they got a bunch of guns there. We'd be all right.
Son, or they say shit like, you know, if the government takes over. I'm like, son, if the government takes over, it's a wrap. Like, where are you going to go?
It's funny because like the government is taking over.
But I'm saying, like,
what do you think the government control?
No, but I'm saying, like, I know the same Fortnite, like, they're like, nah, if they.
What would the government need to do? Why would the government need to go into our houses and do shit?
Nothing.
Like, that's my question.
They own our houses, like,
right? What would they need to, like, bro? First of all, they can drone track us from anywhere if they wanted to. There ain't nothing your assault rifle gonna do for that.
They can like shut off our socials and we don't exist.
Right? Exactly. And they can do whatever the fuck they want.
They seize our bank accounts.
They can shut down your water, like, fam.
Dude, they're already like in control. People are so
yeah, dude. You pay all your shit in the car, like, bro. They can literally just freeze your account. You can't buy shit.
Dude, I'm saying they think like, yo, it's from if the government takes over, this gun's gonna protect me from them. It's like, where are you gonna go? There's a state? You're gonna
right?
drive away on a government road? Like,
Bro,
what the
the
fuck are you
government can
talking
fuck us
about?
up in so many different ways before having to actually
I
shoot
know we're already losing, and like they already have us.
us.
Sign like that shit is so funny. When I'm like, bro, you watch too much TV to think that like this gun's gonna protect you in case the government goes crazy. Like,
Yo,
I
Katie
can't.
said, Katie said they could just fuck up your credit score and that'll ruin your whole life, man.
I already, son, I already have fucked up credit. You think a gun? You think a gun's gonna
from
save
a
me?
from a 7 to 800 to an 8, and you just like fuck, bro. That's my whole life.
I need to buy a gun
Not
just like
700 to just an 8.
my credit sucks.
Yeah, bro. It's trash.
But yeah, shouts to Walmart, man. Or not Walmart.
Shouts to Walmart.
Shouts to Waffle House, man.
Waffle
And
House,
shouts to Mr. Shaw, man. You a G. And you further supported my argument that you don't need no gun to save the day. You just need some fucking courage, son.
Yeah, which is wild because I don't know if I was in that situation, I would have. But I saw the thing. He said he saw the guy like the shooting stopped, and he was like behind in the bathroom, and he looked out and he saw the dude like looking down at his gun. And he didn't know if he was reloading or like if it jammed, and he was like, "This is the only time. Like if he reloads, then it's fucked. I'm fucked anyway." So
Yeah, there's no exit in the bathroom at Waffle House.
So he's like, this is my only shot. So that's when he bum rushed him. But yo, shout out to that guy. He a real one.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you hear the stories about like mothers lifting cars if their baby gets stuck under it, or like, people saving people from a burning building or some shit, like, because the adrenaline rush. I mean, fuck, if you think you're gonna die, like, fuck it, if you're gonna die anyway,
might as well.
Yeah, I'm about to run up on a homie,
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. You just see a gun. Oh, that's like, damn.
I would still just be more mad homeboy was naked under a trench coat.
Yeah, I would have, you know what I'd done? I would have still paid my bill too. Like, yo, shouts. That waffle was still slamming. I could have. That waffle was to die for.
Oh no, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the people that died.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot that part.
Fuck.
Damn.
Bam.
Sorry, that was much.
Yeah. But yeah, shit's crazy though.
But going with that, man, there's some arguments that like can't be, right or wrong because they're just up for debate. Mm-hmm. But what's your protocol or your go-to when you have a homie that is like the type of dude that refuses to be wrong, and being right in the argument doesn't even matter? You just rather just shut the person up. So I have a couple of dudes that do that shit, and even though they could be dead ass wrong, the effort I put into correcting them is not even worth it. So I just let them rock and let them say shit like,
I got you.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh no, Bill Clinton actually he only ran for 1 year. I'm like, nah, he was the president for more than 1 year. They're like, no. And I'm like, all right, no.
Right, and then you Google it, and they're like, nah, but like, you're like, what?
Yeah,
but no, my general rule on it is I only correct people that I care about a lot. You know what I mean? Like if I actually genuinely like care about the person and like they say something I didn't like that is like I feel like is wrong, then I'll tell them like, yo, I feel like that's fucked up, or like and like I'll try to explain it to them. But if it's people I really don't care too much, like because they always on some fuck shit, then I'm like, all right, bro, you just keep talking.
Like coworkers. So then like
I usually don't even try to get into it. Like even if I hear something that sounds stupid off the bat, like I'm just like, nah, it's not worth it. Because like I'm not gonna change your mind. And like, and also if you got opinions that dumb on something, like I'm sure you got other opinions that are stupid, so I'm good.
Right. So I mean, I guess it depends on like what the category is. So like if you're arguing something heavy, like political, like gun control or some shit, people are gonna obviously have their stances and stuff. But I'm saying like actual factual things that have taken place that people will say, and you're like, that's not right.
I don't think I can let that one slide.
Yeah, when people say some shit like,
when it's easily verifiable too, like that's annoying.
I know, but like sometimes I have some people that will be like, they'll argue facts, and I'm like, dog, like for example, I'll say some shit like, Vince Vaughn was in the movie Rudy, and they're like, no, it wasn't, that was and they'll name some other, I'm like, nah, that was Vince Vaughn, and they're like, nah, and then boom, I'm like, all right, man, you got it, like it was Vince Vaughn, but
I'm gonna just Google it.
I know, because there's no theater in Googling shit to me.
So you're like, yo, I'ma just get in this argument that I can easily prove the person wrong with an IMDb like search.
I
Like,
guess so. Then yeah,
let it
you're right.
rock.
I drag it out. I have like the Google. I have the way to squash it in my hand, and I'm like,
Yeah,
nah, I
nah.
drag this out.
Like, nah, I'm wrong. We going off a straight memory. Like, fam, nah, I'll straight up Google. I'll Google a thing quick. Somebody say some shit that I even somewhat question. I'm like, let me Google that to make sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gonna listen to everything the internet tell you? Like, if there's enough sources, my G.
If it's the number one thing on Google.
Like, yo, I know people think Wikipedia is bad, but they be checking that motherfucker.
I don't know. I think that's kind of lame. Not lame, but it is not as theatrical or fun to fucking just be like, all right, what we arguing about? Boom, it's over. Like, used to be a time and a place where an argument would live on.
That's dumb though.
Like the lyrics to a song, son. You'd have to like wait till the song came back on the radio.
I get it. It's like more of it drags it out and it's more conversation. But like, I'm definitely trying to be right quick.
That's funny. I'm like over here figuring out ways
like,
to
yo,
solve
like,
it,
nah,
and I'm making it worse.
You're like, yo, the lyrics to this is this. And you're like, nah, it's this. And you easily just looked up the lyrics. Like, this is what J. Cole said he was saying, fam.
I'm like, let's keep arguing about it.
Like, nah, bro. I'm not here for that. We moving on to the next argument.
Speaking of arguments, dude, I'm sorry. Side note, I'm starting to think these Twitter beefs and rapper and artist beefs are just like fake to promote their albums, dude.
Who we talking about?
All of them. Because all of them. I mean, at least the Tekashi 6ix9ine and Adrian Broner.
What is that? Yeah, isn't Adrian Broner a fucking fighter?
That's what I'm saying. He just had a fight last night in Brooklyn, and 6ix9ine's from Brooklyn, so I think it was just a fucking cross promotion because they were both promoting their song, and then his fight. Because in no fucking civil mind of Tekashi does he think he could fucking start smoke with an actual trained boxer, my guy.
No.
And Adrian Broner is a registered boxer, which means his hands are weapons, so he can't really fight anybody.
No.
And he can't have it on record him threatening to fight anybody. So I think this shit's fake, man. And it's smart. It's leverage. It's ways for them to get people biting on this shit, you know? So it gets people to be like, shit, I'm gonna listen to 6ix9ine to see if he raps against Broner, and I'm gonna watch well, I mean, it's just people to just, see Broner fans or haters or whatever. And then you have Broner fans that are like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch this fight to see if he wins to make sure that, Tekashi loses that money. And I don't fucking know.
Bro, I don't care what's going on. I'm never gonna say to myself, let me listen to this Teriyaki 6ix9ine song.
Teriyaki 6ix9ine.
I don't care if it's like J. Cole literally tweeted, or fucking J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick all tweeted, yo, this last Teriyaki 6ix9ine song is fire. I'm still not listening to that shit.
It's funny because like it's all based on like looks and shit. If like we had no visual of him or any of majority of our artists, I mean, shit, you like Gucci Mane? He's got a fucking ice cream cone on his face.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, also, I feel like he got rid of it. I haven't seen it recently.
He got a tattoo removed on his face.
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, I don't know. You got to pull up a fucking like a fucking pic or something. But every time I see him, I'm pretty sure he got it removed or faded or something. So it's not visible. But that's why we need
visuals.
That's why you got I'm doing air quotes right now because we're a podcast, nobody can see me. But I'm like, that's why people say that, the Gucci that's out right now is a clone. He went to jail. He got all skinny, supposedly. He come out. I don't see a face tattoo. He's smiling all the time. I don't know, fam.
It's fake.
But yeah, no. I like Gucci. I mean, it's not. I don't dislike Teriyaki because of the face tattoos. I don't give a shit about a face tattoo. It's just he's not good at rapping.
Yeah, I care about a face tattoo though.
Why?
Because I'm old school, man, and
what?
Every time I see a face tattoo, I just hear my mom or grandma saying, "Your beautiful face, you ruined it."
You sound old as shit right now.
I told you, I'm an old soul.
But nah, it's like this is where my general sense on life. It's like I don't know. I'm never gonna care what other people doing. because it's like their life, as long as they're not like hurting somebody or you know what I mean, infringing on somebody else's rights, bro. Like whatever people want to do for themselves, that's them. So if my man's want a face tattoo, go ahead and get you a face tattoo. Me personally, do I think face tattoos are stupid for myself? Yes. But if somebody else want a face tattoo, sure. I'm not gonna not listen to them because they got a face tattoo. If the bars are fire, the bars are fire. The problem is the bars suck.
What's mad funny is he has a video of him going around Mexico handing out money to families, and like
that's cool.
Someone took a video and made it reverse, so it just looks like he's going around taking money from family. So it's just him walking around villages like taking money from families, and they're just like all like sad.
That's fucking wild, bro. Yeah, nah, you can get him up out of here.
But yeah, man. Speaking on correcting your homies, son. You were bringing this up. This was wild. Talking about when's it okay to give your friend refrigerator privileges at the house?
Oh yeah, that it was like because I was talking to the homies on my carpool on the way to the crib, and we were just talking about like in general, like you know you're in with like a homie, like you're really friends when like they gave you like refrigerator privileges at the crib. Like, you know, you're just kicking it and you're like, yo, you got something to eat? And they're like, yo, just go in the fridge, see what we got. Like, you don't really, it's not like a spoken thing, but that's like a pretty big, like, you know, step in your relationship. You know what I mean? Like friendship.
Shops for like grocery shopping. I live like, you know, day-to-day type shit. So I'll just go get noodles. So if you're just like, oh, you got anything? We got to hit the store, my man.
That's funny. Yeah, I guess as an adult is different. But like, I mean, like remember when you were like a kid or like in high school, that's how it would be. Like if you just kicking it with the homie.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shouts to that.
Like or like their parents say that you're like, oh, they're like, oh, are you hungry? And it's like, oh, I mean, I don't know. I was gonna like go get something. And they're like, nah, just see what we got in the fridge. It's cool. And you're like, yo, son, I'm part of the family. Well, just live here.
You know, it's funny is one of my homies growing up, like his family had this weird soda rule, like only soda on the weekends, you know. And like the mom said I could have a soda or something because it was like I wasn't her kid, so she kind of didn't care, you know. And she was just like, yeah. So she was like, yeah, you can go grab a soda from the basement. And it was like a Wednesday or some shit. I was over there for dinner, and then I was running to the basement, and the dad's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "Oh, Mrs. You know, so and so, sack get the Coke from downstairs." And he's like, no soda. I was like, fuck, like, what do I do? So I was like,
yo, mom said though.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta do this and somebody else's parents. I was like, all right, so I just got water. And then the mom came down, was like, why didn't you get the Coke? I was like, he said I can't. Anyway,
I feel like that, like that's like a reverse because it's like she let you get the soda because she didn't care. But like the dad still like kind of cared, so he was like, nah, no soda. So that's a lot of mixed signals. It's like, yo, I'm glad you let me get a soda, but you don't care about my teeth too.
Yeah, it was funny, dude. There was that, and like, growing up, like in my house, like I'd have a friend. They'd be like, "Oh, do you have any food?" I'm like, "Yeah, just don't touch this, that, or the other thing."
Right.
That's my mom's other half of a sandwich. She'll kick my ass if you eat it. You know?
I used to have because I had, you know, my little brothers. So like when my homies come over, they'd be like, "Yo, let me get something." Like, "Yo, don't touch none of the fruit snacks, none of the Lunchables." Like that's my little brother's fucking lunch, fam. And it's like, yo, or like we'd be like, yo, I had one time my homie Aaron, like he literally came over like, yo, you got something to eat? And I was like, nah, like we really like my mom ain't go grocery shopping.
He came over just to eat.
Well, no, we were kicking it. He was like, yo, and I'm like, nah, I know you can't get anything because we haven't really got anything. We only got a little bit to last for whatever. And he was like, nah, dude, I'm so hungry, and like I just need something to eat. And then I'm like, nah, bro, you can't get anything. And then like he said he was going to the bathroom, and then which is like our bathroom, like right by our kitchen. So like I go to the kitchen, and this dude's eating literally like 3 stacks of bread, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Yo, bread sandwich." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, bro, get out the fucking loaf of bread. The hell you doing, man? Like, I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. I had if I had like friends that come over for like a school project or some shit. And they'd be like, "Oh, can I have that sandwich?" I'd be like, "Nah, it's my mom's." They'd be like, "You're weird for like dividing food in the fridge." I'm like, "Nah, my mom just wants a fucking sandwich."
Yeah,
like,
what do you mean weird for? Like people be at their house just eating whatever out their damn fridge. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, no, so there's limits, bro. There would be like shelves. Like, yeah, you can grab something from the top shelf. If you even look
Yeah.
at the bottom shelf, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah, I had to chill out now because I feel like me even drinking some of the stuff in the fridge, my mom would flip out. So me letting my friends drink it is some other shit.
And then like now as an adult living with roommates, like, dude, nah, I wouldn't even touch their shit. Like they drink from the milk carton still and like
Oh nah, fam.
drink out the top. Like, nah,
No
nah.
go for me.
Yeah, I pouring in a cup, you know.
Like I said, Katie would drink out of the orange juice, but that's only because I don't fuck with orange juice.
Wow.
I don't like. First of all, don't even get me started on how orange juice is bullshit. It's not even
Jeez.
natural oranges.
That's a hot take.
No, it isn't. It's true. Like they take how they make the orange juice on these fucking plants. They take all the natural flavor out of the orange juice. So what they do is they put like this orange flavor in that actually doesn't taste like oranges, and then pump a bunch of sugar. That's why orange juice is actually pretty unhealthy for you. And it don't taste anything like oranges because I love oranges. I love fresh squeezed orange juice, but Tropicana is trash, fam.
Real bougie.
You never had like, yeah, you've never like had a machine and squeezed.
Yeah, no,
the
yeah, fresh squeeze is good.
All right.
But Tropicana trash. All the ones that come in because you can't make orange juice and mass produce it without doing that bullshit to it. So
I don't know, man. I think some people argue like that about wine. Like maybe the grapes stepped on taste better.
Maybe you eating foot juice and shit.
You're like, I need someone with the dirtiest feet stepping on my shit.
Hey, bro, if they ain't dirty, I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
People
I'm
be
not
saying,
drinking the
bro.
wine unless the feet's dirty. But anyway, man. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess it ranges. As a kid, you didn't have much say because you didn't grocery shop as much.
Right.
Now, as an adult, if you're paying for this shit, I'll
Yeah.
tell people like, yo, you can have this, this, and this. Don't
Right.
you dare touch my gushes, dog.
That's fucking wild. But the thing that was really for sure, like you were like basically like best friend level is like when you actually like got to like poop privileges at somebody's house, or like you know what I mean. You felt comfortable enough at somebody else's house to shit there.
Yeah, growing up in New York, living close to people in walking distance, you're like, I gotta go home. Fam.
Yeah, you just
Number
go
two.
home, right? I do that shit all the time. But then at some point you just like, bro, I gotta take, you know what I mean? I gotta take a shit. Fuck it.
There's that. It's funny that you find out that there's the opposite. You can find out quick if you're not on the level yet. I was in a house, like it was not even a homie. It was just like, I mean, he's a homie now, but he was the bus stop. Like his house was pretty much our bus stop, and it was before school, and I really had to go. And his mom wouldn't let me go. I was like, come on,
fam, your little ass ain't blowing up my bathroom.
I was like, I'm gonna run home and miss the bus. So what happened? Ran home, went to the bathroom, missed the bus.
Damn.
My dad was so mad.
I get it though. If I was a
Yeah.
parent, I don't want your little ass blowing up my bathroom, fam.
Yeah, especially like right before you gotta leave for work and shit.
Right? Like, nah.
She was a house mom though.
Maybe if it was before I had to leave for work, I'll let you go because I don't have to smell it.
Yeah, yeah. So fuck her. That was bullshit, bro. I
Right.
really had, and I missed the bus because of her ass.
Right.
I remember like getting to school and being like, "Yo, tell your mom I hate her."
Right. That's funny. But I think maybe that's just me. Like, I personally don't like. I just don't like shitting at other people's houses. I had to know you for a while. Like, I feel like I didn't shit at Katie's house until we were like a year deep in our relationship.
Oh, that's dating. That's a whole nother scenario. I've been dating Joelle for a year, and I recently just told her that I poo. As if she didn't know. Yeah,
like she still ain't tell yo after she shit yet.
I'd be on the phone with her. I used to be on the phone with her and like mute when I'm peeing and stuff. And now I'm just like, you can hear it sounds like a fucking waterfall.
Right. Katie called me, so I'm like, yeah, I'm taking a shit right now, fam. What's up?
Yeah.
But like before, I'm like, yo, I couldn't, and like that's just me. Like I can't, like if I don't know you long enough, I'm just not comfortable because I don't want you to smell my shit. That's why I'm like, that shit is gross. And like when I had homies visit here, we had people come like a year ago from New York. And it was like 3 of them, and then we only have 1 bathroom in our apartment. So it was just like kind of awkward that like everybody had to shit around everybody.
Yeah, dude.
So they were like, all right, we'll just put a candle in here. You light the candle. And like, you know what I mean? If you gotta go, hopefully I was trying to sneak it in the morning or some shit when people weren't awake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shouts to that.
We're like, yo, we need 2 bathrooms. We need another designated shitting bathroom.
Yeah, it was me and 3 homies. We stayed at our homie Jillian's house at in Oregon, and she lived in this like small studio apartment. And it's like obvious. It's like, yo, we're going out to dinner. All we're doing is eating and chilling.
Yeah,
like, we're obviously gonna have to blow up the bathroom.
Right.
And it's like if someone's in the bathroom for more than 5 minutes, you know what
You
they're
just
doing.
know, like, fuck.
So it's like, all right, well, it's not, we're all grown-ups here. Everybody poops. Like, we don't
Right,
have to,
but it's
like,
still awkward because you're like, you don't want to be you come out of the bathroom and someone like, damn, nigga, what the fuck?
yeah, it's man funny because it's like, well, there's 4 of us usually, and now there's just 3 currently. So obviously someone's pooping.
Right, and you just smell it like, bro, you blew this shit up, and you just feeling embarrassed. That's why the worst one is at hotels. Like if you go to a hotel, you get like a room with like a couple people, and it's only one bathroom, and that shit is right there on the hotel.
At least they have
You're
housekeeping to keep that shit in check. But
yeah, but like if you shit, like as soon as you open the door, that's the whole hotel room.
I never use housekeeping because wherever I'm at, usually 9 times out of 10, if I'm at a hotel on vacation, I have weed on me, so I don't really have the housekeepers come through because I don't want them to come grab the shit. So I just the apartment, the hotel stays in the condition that I turn it.
That's wild.
Yeah, so I'm never really in a hotel for longer than like 2-3 days, you know.
Yeah, but still, you got shit though. That's why if I'm in a hotel sharing it with people, like usually if it's only that that hotel and it's only one bathroom, I just go to the lobby. Like, I'll be right back, and I just roll to the lobby, take my fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we do our first show, bro, we on the road and we gotta share a hotel room. I'm telling you, we're not using housekeeping, dog.
Damn.
You got to use the lobby.
In there. Dirty ass white towels. I don't know why to use white hand cloths, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's white in there.
You like wash up and you look at that like the washcloth and it's dirty as fuck. You like
ooh.
Like I didn't think I was that goddamn dirty.
They do it just to make you feel like you have to shower.
Right? You smell like shit. You just feel like shit. Like, man, niggas was dirty. The towel was dirty.
You turn on the lights, you're like, damn, I'm ugly as shit.
Shit is wild, B.
Dude, they didn't gym I used to belong to, they used to bow out the mirrors to make you look like you're buffer than you are.
Really?
Yeah, to like encourage you, like, yo, you're doing great. And I'm like,
wait, shouldn't they make you look fatter than you are?
That's what I thought.
Harder?
I used to like look at that bitch like, yo, I'm done. I only need 1 day.
Right? Like, yo, I don't need you to come back, fam. I won. That's good. Beachbody 2018. Let's go.
It's funny as shit. But anyway, man, I think we've arrived at our favorite time of, I was gonna say favorite time of the year, favorite time of the week.
Yeah.
It is Song of the Week. Presented to you by the Bucket Hat Boys, aka episode 34.
I say presented to you by Blockbuster.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I back in my bag with the new music. I will say shouts to him. I think he's like now my favorite person on the internet. Humorously, Fat Boy on Instagram. His videos are just funny as shit, bro. They had me rolling. And he just had a song come out with Larson called Caesar. And the video it's a funny music video. It starts off with like they pretend to buy him a house and shit, and like it's just him stunting around the house. So check it out. It's called Caesar by Fat Boy featuring Larson.
That's crazy. I literally never listened to any of his songs. I just know he'd be doing the funny vids.
Oh no, he's got good music. That's why I actually promoted his shit, because like if he was just an annoying dude, I'd be like, all right, get out of here. But he actually makes music too, so I'm like,
yelling at everybody.
Well, good for him having a personality on top of his music, you know.
Right.
At least like he does both. It's not like the fucking dancer dudes that I hate that are just like have no talent and they just vibe off their one viral video. It's like you gotta have something.
Nah, yeah, I feel you. My songs of the week. Obviously J. Cole dropped his album. It was a big thing. I don't know if you noticed, but like on the internet, people love to come at J. Cole saying that his shit is boring or something like that. You got a lot of people out here who don't like it, and I fucked with it. I thought it was a good album. I thought it was pretty good. The first couple of songs don't go as hard as like at the end, but like I thought it was good. He got like a message on there about people, pretty much like because like a lot of what's going on in rap right now is people are, for the most part, glorifying like doing drugs and shit, which is like I'm kind of like whatever. Like Lil Uzi doing whatever he wants, Young Thug's doing whatever he wants. Like as long as the music is cool and people are true to themselves, I'm cool with it. But like I get that he's like he's calling that shit out, and he's talking about like people being greedy with money and shit like that. So I mean, it's you know, it got a little message on there. I think it's a good album. People should definitely check that out. Did I say it was called? It's called KOD. I don't know.
Word. Nah, I listened to some of them. It was pretty good. Some of the songs were a little boring. Some of them were actually really good. But
I didn't think this was as boring as like as like, and I don't think any of the songs are boring, but I know what people mean when they say boring.
Like Photograph. I can tell where people say Photograph could be boring.
Like I get that, but like the other songs, not really. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. 1985 went hard.
Yeah,
and I like that. Does he still not have any features?
No, it was like it was the dude that was featured was basically him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, again, he can get featured. The thing that like kind of irks me is that when he's a feature on songs, he usually has like the best verse on those songs, and it's just like, bro, you can get features, it's fine, but you don't have to. I mean, he doesn't have to do it, so it's. I mean, he ends up working out for him anyway.
Word. Well, anyway, man. Yeah, I gotta listen to it again. I usually listen to an album a couple times over till I decide if.
Like I said, from what I listened to like 3 times, and I thought it was good so far, but obviously I gotta sit with it for a little bit.
Yeah,
as always.
Well, then shouts to Goody Man for always dropping local music. He's on the snap, always going wild. Shouts to Kazir Wazir for Blue Valentine. Shouts to Turns Up. What's up?
Turns Up TV. Yeah, shout out to whoever reviewed. Who you said was your homeboy, right?
Yeah, shouts to Ian Bellinger. He's the Dungeon Master, aka the Dungeonist, I think he goes by. Dungata. I don't know. He's got some names, man. He makes beats. We're gonna throw some on the pod eventually. Once he sends me some, Ian, you gotta send us some beats, bro. But now he knows. But yeah, shouts to you for leaving that review. The Bucket Up t-shirt's on its way, and for anybody else that wants a Bucket Up t-shirt, we have like 11 now in the arsenal. So
yeah. So you can just, I think it's like, I put the link in the little description at some point.
Yeah, I got the Bodega one about the
or just follow us on Facebook and you can find it.
Yeah. So, and Twitter, Bucket Up Podcast. And there's more to come, man. The wave's getting heavy, so help push it before you get drowned in it. And, other than that, man, episode 34. Ty, thanks for putting up with me for another week.
As always, it was fun. Thanks for tuning in. Like we said before, leave a review if you want. If you fuck with us, tell your mom, tell your grandmammy, tell your aunties, tell your cousins, tell everybody. And we out, fam.
Cheer.